What it do, homies? It's your boy David. I'm back today. We got some new stuff from Hiss and Alexinho. Who cares? It's a pretty short video, so unless they hit me with something super fantastic, which yeah, honestly, when have I not heard anything like super fantastic? Might be a short reaction. So, anyways, let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up. Oh, dang! They started right away. Hold on now. Okay. All right. So I'm not really sure who was kind of carrying the drums here. It kind of looks like it was Alexinho, right? There's a couple of things I want to talk about here. Now, first off, they're doing drum and bass, which is so fitting, especially when it comes to beatbox, because when it comes to drum and bass, right, then obviously the more important elements are going to be in drum and bass. But the thing about drum and bass is that, you want to keep the rhythm interesting, right? I mean, this is drum and bass. You don't want to kind of keep the same rhythm going on. The beautiful thing about the reason why they chose to do drum and bass is because of just all the switch ups they could do, right? Especially those who are kind of versed in drum and bass. Now, I don't know all the like nuances and everything, the history and everything, but I do know a little bit, some stuff about on the production side. And the first thing is that generally the kick, especially what Alexinho is doing right here at the beginning, he added so much. He added some color or some texture to that kick, right? Because for the most part, kick's going to be very punchy, right? It's not going to be that much bass heavy, because you need to leave room in the song for other bass elements to come in, right? It's called drum and bass, not just bass, drums, and bass. You know what I mean? So the amount of how he performs his kicks is very, very important here. Not only that, but the snare is also was important. And here we got a nice little roll, a ride, if you will, the kind of, what you hear on kind of like a cymbal or whatnot. The low pass and the high pass that he was I think it was a high pass and some of it was a low pass, the filter or whatnot, if you will, that he was adding on there at the beginning was believable. And it was actually really amazing. But the pauses that they're doing in here is really, it's really carrying this, right? It's just restarting the rhythm, and that's going to be very important to how they're to their routine, right? Because I'm telling you, if you just listen to a drum and bass track, through with the rhythm changing up every now and then, sometimes it could get a little bit boring because it's very, very fast. So breaks are very important. How they're doing their breaks is they're breaking it up by not just stopping, but introducing very, very interesting melodic textures, and even that is filtered. So they're really, really playing with a bunch of risers and filters to kind of give us this really, really nice performance. And then the bass, of course, is going dummy, and I believe that's Hiss on that bass. It might just be both of them, but let's keep it going. Listen to that percussion. Oh. Wanna give up? And that's another thing, right? What do you call it? What's the word for it? Euclidean rhythms or something like that, where it's like rhythms that's placed in there that's kind of based off math, if you will. But anyways, that's getting like too technical. But the offbeat rhythms that they got going on, right? Who's ever's kind of hitting us with, what do you want to call it? You guys know I kind of suck at beatbox terms, right? But that the fact that it's kind of playing on offbeat, and they also have it panning going left and right, is just creating something so surreal and off. It's like one of the things that can be a little bit disorienting because you wouldn't know what's going on. But thankfully, we have the drum rhythm that's going on beneath it to keep us going. But when you're rocking out and you're hearing that going offbeat, it's just creating something very, very pleasurable to listen to. Let's see if we can listen to it again, shall we? See? Uh-oh. War-torn vocals. War-ravaged vocals. Oh, he got a swing on that. A swing.
We don't give a fuck.
Okay. Bro, this stuff is way too short. This stuff is way too short, yo. Y'all realize how much longer we got until we hear some more GBB? Don't that stuff start in October? Oh my goodness. Oh man, we gotta wait until that to start hearing some people, because honestly, these people, you know, all the beatboxers, you know, the top, they've been in the lab, bro. They making sure they don't get stale. They're coming with new techniques. Even their video concepts and stuff that they're putting out is getting interesting. But they always tend to keep us entertained while we're sitting there waiting, whether it be solo projects or projects that they do together. But this is awesome. I do have a reaction to this one right here. You guys can just search it or leave it in the comments if people are very interested in seeing it, because that was something crazy. But this was crazy as well, from the rhythms to the textures, punch and kick. And then they even had a breakdown here, which almost kind of sounded like not future based, like hybrid trap or something like that, if you will. But anyways, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.